Even though it lacks the action of a shooting run, I have to say that this is my favorite part of playing Brotato. Buying weapons is one of the most strategic aspects of the game. It's fun, but it works best if you have a plan and stick to it. You want to ride the wave of your upgrades, so to speak, by focusing on synergies. These are the combinations of weapons in your arsenal, the items in your bag, and abilities that you focused on upgrading. When these three features work together, you can stack your performance like never before. So if you feel stuck while trying to get through your Danger Zero run with the crazy Brotato character, here's a strategy that helped me. First, pick up the Icicle as your first weapon. Now, this will seem like a superpower when you first start using it because the range is good, the damage and crit chance is decent, but here's the thing. Its ranged damage is fairly low. Now, you might say, well, how can that help me if it has good range but low range damage? Hang on a minute. Next, you can add to your weapons by getting the lightning wand as soon as you can. We'll cover how to get the weapons you want in the weapons purchasing screen, because I know it is randomized and you have to pick what offerings you can when you can, and that can be frustrating, but I found a way to work around that. Now, the lightning wand is a great companion to the Icicle because it shares both the precise and elemental tags, and they're good for clearing space in the enemy hordes. The Icicle doesn't have good aim, but it's ideal for slicing through thick hordes, and then the lightning wand can bounce between the enemies to clear the floor, so to speak, once you've got an opening. One pierces and the other clears, so they kind of work in tandem that way. And they also scale up together when you buy more elemental damage in the end screen of each wave. And so you get more bang for your buck each time you pick that upgrade because of the weapons you have in your arsenal. Next, you want to grab the crossbow. This is because the crossbow not only shares the precise tag with the Icicle, but it also scales up with range, which is the weak point for the Icicle. So you're covering your bases with this. You want to focus on synergies, but also add what you need to cover your bases as you go along, because that could bite you later on if you have too many weak points and the enemies get tougher. Now, focus on getting the knife after that. This is because the knife has a massive X2 base crit multiplier, and since you already have crit chance for your Icicles and you're stacking that, the knife will constantly trigger the red crits, and it's an excellent get-off-me tool for when enemies bypass your frozen wall and get into your personal space, and then the knife can do its thing. Then last of all, pick the flamethrower. This might seem counterintuitive because it doesn't have the precise tag, which is the Crazy Brotato's specialty, but it does have a big redeeming quality. It's the king of elemental scaling. Since you are already ignoring range damage and stacking elemental damage, just as a rule of thumb, since that's your specialty, the flamethrower becomes a literal hose of destruction. It melts groups instantly, and since the Icicle slows enemies down, they stay inside the fire clouds for a longer duration, taking more ticks of damage. So together, these weapons can make you well-rounded. They also add that extra boost of power because of what you're focusing on. And now, as I promised, I'll talk about getting the right weapon offerings at the end of each wave. This is randomized, obviously, and each time you hit new roll, it regenerates, but you don't know what you're going to get, and that can be a factor that can inhibit what you're trying to do. But the luck upgrade that often you'll find at the end of each wave, or many of these waves, I should say, can help with this. The lucky rolls that you need to get the right weapons will become more frequent, and the options will scale higher if you have a higher luck stat. So you'll want to upgrade your luck as early and as quickly as possible. Along with luck, focus on armor, HP regeneration, crit chance, and attack speed. Those are the abilities that you want to upgrade and focus on as you go along. And the others have their place, but those are your biggest bang for buck as you try to overcome all of these alien hordes. So anyway, that is the Icicle Arsenal tactic that has worked best for me. And I hope this info was helpful. Remember, try new things, have fun. Brotato is a banger of a roguelike game and can't go wrong with it. And you'll find there's plenty of new features that are super fun as well. So until next time, peace.